The following broadcast is a presentation of the ND Sports Channel.
2.2, shot is up, and it's gone! Oh my goodness! Blake Nelson! It's taken away there by Carson Abrahamson. She has a breakaway, one-on-one, hard, she scores! And he'll put it right on goal, and right into the goal! Ethan Olsen on a free kick. Kierma Boer, a perfect 4-for-4, and a slam dunk from Harney. 10:50 to go here, and the faceoff is won by North-South onto the stick of Caitlin Armin. Armin feeds it in for Abby Promisberger, and Promisberger with the hat trick. And put your outfielders in left and left center, because that one's going to left field, and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. That pass inside of the lane was taken away by Fargo Davies, and another nice pass and a slam dunk. Grayson Heyman with the slam dunk in the JV game. All right, welcome. We are here at the Blickery Activity Center here on the North Dakota State College of Science campus in Wapaton, North Dakota. We were here a couple weeks ago for the girls basketball bonanza, and now we're here for the boys basketball bonanza. This will be we'll be going. Last time we were here, we did one stream of all the games continuously. We are going to go on and off the air to get things reset for the 6 games today. As you can see on your screen right now, you have the Northern Cass Jaguars warming up there in their black warm-up jerseys, and when they pull those off, they'll be in their road blacks with yellowish gold numbers, and if I remember correctly, I think that's pretty much sums up what they'll be wearing today. And then over on the other side of the court here, you have the Sargent Central Cadets. These two teams having an average year to a struggling year. Sargent Central comes in at number 13 in the Region 1 standings. They're 0-10 against Region 1 opponents, 1-15 overall. They average about 38 points a game while allowing about 58 points a game, and come into this one on a 6-game losing streak, while Northern Cass comes in at number 9 in Region 1 play. 4-5 against Region 1 opponents, 7-10 overall. They average just shy of 57 points a game and allow about 58 points a game. They come into this one on a 2-game losing streak. The last 2 games for Northern Cass were a 3-game losing streak, excuse me. Yeah, I said 2, I meant to say 3. A 3-game losing streak. A 20-point loss to the Central Cass Squirrels on February 5th. And then a 71-58 loss to the Richland Colts, and then a 69-55 loss most recently at home on senior night, as the Oak Grove Grovers would topple the Jaguars on their home court, bringing them in today's matchup against the Sargent Central Cadets. And the Cadets, let's see here, am I on the right schedule? No, I didn't flip over. There we go, now I'm on the right schedule. Their most recent game was against Barnes County North, 66-58 loss. Their only win of the year came back on January 12th as part of the Barnes County tournament. Finley Sharon Old-Page Spartans, they would defeat them, knock off by 2 points, 44-42 was the final score in that one. That's their lone win of the year this year. Looking to pick up win number 2 here against the Jaguars, but it won't be an easy task. And we will turn it over to the PA announcer now as we head to the national anthem. We'll see if they do starting lineups before or after the anthem. They'll do it after, so we'll take a break and be back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search at Indy Scores to get the same scores on your mobile device every night. All right, here's your starting lineups. It'll be the Northern Cass Jaguars first they'll be the visitors on the scoreboard here today. Once again, 7-11 overall, 4-6 in the last 10 games. You got Jace Crockett, 5'10" sophomore, starting things off with the Jags. Then you got John Rachel, who's a 5'10" freshman for the Jaguars. Brady Richmond is a junior this year, stands an inch shorter than Mr. Mike Mason at 5'10". And then Wrigley Elston, we've called his name a few times over the years. He's a 5'10" senior for the Jaguars. And then Connor Jensen will wrap up the starting five. He's a 6'5" junior. And now your starters for the Sargent Central Cadets. You got Dylan Schreiner, who's a 5'9" junior, who plays guard and forward for the Cadets. Tyler Wittig, 6' junior. And then you got Austin Wilprecht, a 5'9" sophomore, plays guard and forward. Logan Wyam, a 5'11" junior, will be starting things off here for the Cadets. And then Jaden Hayek will wrap up your starting five for the Cadets. So once again, for the Jaguars, Jace Crockett, John Reichel, Brady Richmond, Wrigley Elston, and Connor Jensen. For the Sargent Central Cadets, Dylan Schreiner, Tyler Wittig, Austin Wilprecht, Logan Wyam, and Jaden Hayek. So we'll turn on the crowd mic just momentarily as Van Halen's Jump. Great song for a jump ball, but YouTube doesn't like it. So we're going to turn it down just momentarily here as the Jaguars, once again, in their black jerseys going from right to left with their gold numbers, and the Sargent Central Cadets in their white jerseys with blue numerals, letters, and trim. And the jump ball is up, and the Jaguars will win it. It'll come down into the hands there, Brady Richmond. They'll work it in the corner, immediately put up the three, and immediately put three in the basket. John Reichel opens things up with the triple here, and that will make it 3-0 in favor of the Northern Cass Jaguars. Tyler Wittig will respond with two of his own. 3-2, 30 seconds into the game, and that one, it will not fall in. But near sideline, tried to save it, and they'll go into the books as a turnover, actually, for Northern Cass. Back the other way, now comes Sargent Central. They'll put it into the hands of Schreiner. Schreiner gives it back up there to Wyam. Wyam, two passes later, back into the hands of Schreiner. Schreiner at the top of the key. We'll feed it far side. Now they'll look into the high post there for Hayek. Hayek gets back out to Schreiner. Schreiner down mid-post. Jumper up and in. Sargent Central will take the lead at 4-3. That's the first lead change of the game. Opening basket does not count as the Jaguars work it into the near corner, then cross court, and then back down to the low post, off the glass, up and in. It's Connor Jensen with the bucket. And the Jaguars will take the lead at 5-4. 6.5 to go here, first quarter of play. And matter of fact, let's change that. I just now noticed that it says final score. We apologize for that there. There we go. Looks a lot better, right? First quarter. Sound good? Awesome. Shots up and in. The Jaguars extend their lead. That was Brady Richmond on the bucket there, 7-4. Right now, the Jags are led by John Reichel, who had that opening three-pointer. Speaking of a three, that one's just a little bit iron deficient as it goes off to the right side of the basket out of bounds, and that will go. It will not go into the books as a turnover because it was on a shot. So the Jaguars hanging on to a three-point lead. Cadets putting a little bit of pressure in the backcourt right now, but bringing it over the timeline on a spin move. There's Reichel, put it into the hands of Jace Crockett, who drives the baseline. Reverse layup up and in. That was a beautiful shot right there by the sophomore Jace Crockett. That makes it 9-4. Cadets will inbound it. Schreiner with the basketball over the timeline. 5:37 to go here. First quarter of play. On the near wing now, that's Logan Wyam. And then a cross-court far wing three up off the back iron. Won't go. Rebound comes down into the hands of Wrigley Elston. Elston will fire it out to the near sideline here for Jace Crockett, who'll cross the timeline. 5:22 and counting. Quickly working the ball into the corner. Shot is up. That was John Reichel with the three. That was a little bit off the mark. And the rebound comes down to Logan Wyam. Wyam will get it up court to Schreiner. Schreiner over to the far side there. I can't quite see the jersey number, but they'll get it back to Schreiner. And then that would happen to be Wilpreck. Austin Wilpreck over on the far side. Working into the near wing now for Wyam. Wyam will get it back, catch and shoot. Three is good. Nice job there by Logan Wyam, and that makes it 9-7 off the triple by the 5'11 junior. 4:47 to go here in the first quarter of play. Reichel now works it down low for Elston. Elston can't get that one to go in as it bounces off the front side of the rim. And trailing by 2, the Cadets have a chance to tie it or maybe take the lead here with a 3, but driving down Main Street and he traveled. He put on the brakes, hesitated, took an extra step, and that caused the turnover. Giving the ball back to the Jags. 4:19 counting to go and make that 4:17 as the whistle will stop the clock, and we'll have our first, second foul of the game, actually. Oh, no, it will be the first. They were quicker on the scoreboard than I was with my eyes, so another corner three is up. And that one was in. I thought his foot might have been on the line, but Richmond had his foot behind the line, and that makes it 12-7 on a second three-pointer of the game here. Won by Reichel to kick things off, and then Richmond follows that one up. That it was either a 3 or a long 2, and it just barely grazed the front edge of the net. 12-7. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, including Quality Home Restorations, Game Time, as well as the Fargo South Booster Club and the North Fargo Softball Club for either making a financial or an equipment gift to the ND Sports Channel to make the broadcasts what they are today. Once again, we're at the Blicker Activity Center here in Wahpeton. Class B boys basketball, 8 teams, 7 of them from Class B Region 1. And that was Jace Crockett with the deuce. And then the other team that's not from Region 1 out of Minnesota, Clinton Graceville Beardsley, will be featured here. I think that's the second game coming up here, second or third game. We'll have to double check the roster here. It will be the third game. They'll take on Wyomere Lidgerwood in our third game today. Offensive rebound is fired out to Jace Crockett. Crockett will pull up to the near wing and put it into the hands of Connor Jensen. I should know that one, but I don't yet. Another three-pointer is up and in. Reichel knocks down another triple. 17-7. Lead's extended to 10 points now. Let's see here. Northern Cass took the lead at 5-4 after Sargent Central took the lead at 4-3, and now it Suns 5-4. The Jaguars have outscored the Cadets 12-3 since the last lead change. That whistle will stop the clock with 2:43 to go here in the first quarter of play. Schreiner will bring it over the timeline here for the Cadets, being guarded by Jace Crockett. Schreiner spin moves down, drives down near side of the lane, can't get that one to go. Needed a little bit more lift on that one as it fell a little bit short of the hit the bottom side of the rim. Whistle underneath there, stops the clock with 2.5 to go in the first quarter of play. Once again, Jaguars lead the Cadets by 10, 17-7. Inbounds pass comes up into the top of the keys for the 5'9" junior Dylan Schreiner, who puts it up. I think he may have gotten fouled there, but there was a whistle, did not blow. And the whistle will blow as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cadets. It'll be a baseline pass off the near side of the hoop here with 2:24 to go in the first. Comes in near wing for Wilpreck. Wilpreck puts it in the corner. A quick pass down into the low block. Now back out, intended for Wyam, but it's poked out of bounds by Jace Crockett. Three turnovers for Sargent Central, only one for Northern Cass so far, according to my numbers. Once again, 2:18 to go here in the first quarter of play. It's a 10-point lead for the Jaguars, 17-7. Cadets have the basketball. Wyam playing catch there with Wilpreck. Wilpreck back over to Wyam for the three. Off the front of the rim, won't go. Rebound comes down to Kobe Vanderwall, a 6-foot sophomore who snuck into the lineup without me noticing. Now the three is up, and that looked good coming out of his hands. Vanderwall will get the rebound underneath and put it in off the glass. Kobe Vanderwall adds two more, and a quick steal. I mean, I looked down, I looked up, and Crockett had the ball, and that's two more. 21-17, or 21-7, excuse me. Schreiner on the near wing, pushes it in the corner here for Wilpreck. Wilpreck back to Schreiner, back to Wilpreck. Wilpreck back to Schreiner. Schreiner nearly lost it. Wrigley Ellison will step up on him. Schreiner dribbles up to the free throw line, but then dishes it off to Hayek. Hayek puts it up top there. That's Schreiner. Schreiner will pull the trigger on the three. That's off the back iron. Won't go. Vanderwall will pull down the rebound. 1:17 to go. Vanderwall will push it into the hands of Reichel. Reichel will dribble up here to the near wing. Now picks up his dribble, gets into the hands of Vanderwall. Quickly over far side there for Crockett. Crockett looks down into the low block. That is Connor Jensen with the deuce. 23-7, exactly 1 minute to go here in the first quarter of play as Wyam will have it here on the near wing for the Cadets. Picks up his dribble. I think that's Schreiner up top, and it is. Under a minute to go now here. So working in the corner for Wilpreck. Wilpreck, two passes later. Mid-post turnaround jumper, a little short. Right into the hands of Vanderwall. Quickly back the other way. Crockett for the Jags will lay it in. 25-7. The Jaguars are cruising here in quarter number one. Crockett with 8. He leads the way right now for the Jaguars. And that whistle will stop the clock before the shot with 22.6 seconds to go. So I have a couple of substitutions. Brady Richmond checking back in, as is, let's see here, that is, can't see the jersey number. Number 31, Brendan Van Wetschel. Let's make sure that he's still wearing 31, and he is. Okay, it kind of looked like 33 for a moment, but Crockett has the ball right now, high on the near side, 10 seconds to go. Shot clock off, drives down far side of the lane and lays it in. 4 seconds to go. Crockett has 10 here in the first quarter. Shot at the buzzer is just a little bit short to the left side, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with the Northern Cass Jaguars leading the Sargent Central Cadets 27-7. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it'll be the second quarter of play here from the Blick Reactivity Center. It's high school basketball on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter here from the Blicker Activity Center. And the Jaguars cruising in that first quarter, led by Jace Crockett with 10 points. And they have 27, looking for 30, but that won't happen on that particular shot there. Right now, Logan Wyam leads the way with 3. Austin Wilpreck and Tyler Whittick have 2 apiece for the Sargent Central Cadets. That will be a team total of 7. Go over the Jaguar numbers here in a moment when the opportunity presents itself as Wyam pulls up for the baseline. Jumper won't go. Rebound underneath may have been partially blocked. That's Noah Johnson, I believe is how you say it. A 6'1 senior who can't get that bucket up and in. Bounce pass into the corner. Drives into the baseline. Pumps it back out. That's Wrigley Elston. Floats it in from just inside the high post on the far side of the lane. Rebound will come down to the Jags. Loose ball into the hands of John Reichel back up in between the circles. Now Elston near wing looking down low. He was looking for, that was Van Wetchel, who apparently is wearing, yeah, he is wearing, is that 33? I think it is. Yeah, okay, so let's change that in our books here because I had him down as jersey number 31, and that's what the roster has him down to, but yeah, so it is Van Wetchel wearing jersey 33. So now that we got that straight, that's one thing we won't have to worry about as Logan Wyam puts in another bucket. 2-0 Cadets here in the second quarter of play. 27-9 in favor of the Jaguars, and that one was last touched by the Jaguars. That will go into the books as turnover number 2. They had 1 in the first quarter. Now they have 1 in the second quarter so far. 6:41 to go here. Second quarter of play, 27-9. Logan Wyam leads the way with 5 points for the Cadets, and now I think they're going to change their minds. Yeah, they're going to change their minds. It's going to be Jaguar basketball, so we'll take that turnover out of the stat book. They're back to 1 turnover. Near side, Crockett looks inside there. That is Connor Jensen. That shot won't go. Cadets will bring it back. That's Logan Wyam with the basketball right now for Sargent Central. And he'll drive down Main Street and bank it in. 27-11. Crockett with the basketball for the Jags. Long 3 is up. That's Reichel in and out. It looked good coming out of his hands, though. Nice hustle rebound underneath there by Wrigley Elston for his first basket of the game. 29-11. 6:05 to go. Cadets work it inside. Whistle came before the shot, so there will not be a shooting foul. As Wrigley Elston picks up his first. Team's first. Sargent Central has 2 team fouls. Schreiner comes back in, giving, let's see here, Noah Johnson a breather on the bench. Schreiner will have the basketball wide open for 3. He puts it up, in and out. Nice looking shot, just didn't get the friendly roll. Loose ball eventually ends up in the hands of Jace Crockett. Crockett, high post outside. Elston tipped and saved by, still getting familiar with the jersey numbers. That was Reichel. Saved it into the hands of Richmond. And now a turnover, Northern Cass. Now they have 2 turnovers. Pop it back out. 3 is on its way and a little strong. Right off the glass into the hands of Connor Jensen. Quickly down for Crockett. Can't get that one to go. And a jump ball will be called on the rebound there as both Schreiner and Brady Richmond came down with it at the same time. Possession arrow will favor the Cadets. But first, we'll have a timeout on the floor. 29-11, 5:19 to go here. Second quarter of play. This is high school basketball on the ND Sports Channel.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
right, welcome back. Out of the timeout on the floor. It's 29-11, but the Cadets have outscored the Jaguars 4-2 here in quarter number 2. And they have the ball once again, looking to add to that. Little spin move off the mid-post won't go. Rebound comes down to the Jaguars. That is John Reichel. Reichel will fire it up. I think that's Crockett. Gives it back to Reichel, back to Crockett. Crockett makes a move, high post, kicks it out. That's Vanderwall. Back to Reichel, far side. Nice ball movement here by the Jaguars. They get it down to Wrigley Elson. His shot was blocked. His shot was blocked again. And finally, coming away with it is Austin Wilprecht, the 5'9 sophomore. He'll get it to Logan Wyam. That'll go into the books as turnover number 3 for the Northern Cass Jaguars with 4:37 to go. And that's exactly where the clock will stop on that whistle. Here, second quarter of play. You see the score on your screen, 29-11. Substitution for the Jaguars now is, let's see here. Wrigley Elson will get a breather on the bench, and I can't see who that is at the moment. That is Connor Jensen coming into the lineup here for Northern Cass. Bounce pass into the near corner for Hayek. Hayek over a couple passes later. Hayek gets it back and a nice feed inside there for Schreiner, but Schreiner couldn't cash in. 4:27 and counting to go. Jaguars, that's Crockett off the backboard, and with the follow-up midair rebound slash layup for Connor Jensen there. 31-11, and that increases the Jaguar lead to 20 here. Wyam with the basketball, fires it over to Schreiner. Schreiner up top now into the hands of Wittick. Wittick back over, I think that's Schreiner. I looked down for a second. No, check that. That was Wilprecht. Wilprecht gets it to Wittick, and then the foul, I believe, is going to go on John Reichel, but we'll find out for sure here in a moment. That will indeed be Reichel's first. Team foul number 3 on the Jags. 31-11, 3:56 to go. Cadets with the basketball, and that pass for Schreiner was tipped by Jace Crockett, and that will keep it Cadet basketball. Cadets work it down low, now back out top. Wyam for a long 3, not good. Vanderwall with the rebound. Vanderwall will fire it into the hands there of, can't see the jersey number. Vanderwall eventually comes down with the rebound, then I think he's going to get called for the foul. The player I was trying to identify earlier was number 2. Team foul number 4. Every time I think I know who that is, I question if I saw the jersey number right. Yeah, the player I was trying to identify was Brock Carpenter, number 13. Three-pointer up and in. Dylan Schreiner with the triple. 31-14 now. 3:13 and counting to go. With the basketballs, Richmond. Driving baseline, kicking it out. Carpenter puts it up and in. 33-14, 2:55 to go. Zwine brings it over the timeline, dribbles up to the near wing, pulls up, free throw line jumper off the front iron won't go. Vanderwall with the rebound and a quick outlet pass and quickly up court to Richmond. Richmond will draw the blocking foul on Dylan Schreiner, and that'll be his second. So that'll send Brady Richmond to the free throw line. It's the first trip for either team to the free throw line in this game. It comes with 2:43 remaining in the second quarter of play. Once again, no on-screen clock in here because we've tried on several games and just have not been able to keep it in sync with the clock in the gyms that we go to. So that's why there's that blank spot there, and we apologize. I thought I actually wrote something in there for that, but I guess I either didn't save it or I don't know. But 1 for 2 for Richmond on that trip to the free throw line there. 34-14, a 20-point lead here for the Jaguars with 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Cadets in a little bit of trouble there in the mid post. They'll work the ball back up top, try and reset here. 2:22 and counting. He's got to put the ball to the floor soon, and he did, just barely in time there. High post jumper is up. That one's a little bit off the mark, a little too strong. Vanderwall comes away with that ball, and 2 quick passes up to Richmond. Richmond driving towards the hoop, stops, turns around, puts up the shot off the front iron, and Austin Wilprecht will get the defensive board for the Cadets. 2:02 to go, and another turnover here for the Cadets. That's 5 now for Sargent Central. Coming back the other way is Crockett. Crockett will drive to the hoop. Can't get it in, but he will step up to the free throw line to try and shoot 2. With that free throw, Jace Crockett is at 11 points now. He's the, let's see here, he's the only one from either team to be in the double-digit club right now. Austin Wilprecht checks back into the lineup here for the Cadets. As does Gage Swanson, number 20, a 5'10 junior. And Crockett goes 2 for 2. The Jags are now 3 for 4 from the line. All 4 of those attempts coming here in the second quarter. Sargent Central is yet to make a trip to the free throw line. Right now, both teams have 4 team fouls. So still 3 away from 1-and-1 bonus for each team. Into the lineup now is Van Wetschel. Okay, so who's number 33 then? If that's okay, that's a little frustrating, but we'll figure it out. That is Van Wetschel because I recognize him from previous Jaguar games that I've called. So I know that 31 is Brendan Van Wetschel. If a Jaguar fan watching can text us at 404-9072 and tell us who number 33 is on the Jaguars, that would be outstanding. We'd appreciate that. He's on the bench right now, so we don't have to worry about it at the moment, but that's Van Wetschel from the high post, a little bit off the mark. That'll go, that was on a shot, so it won't go in the books as a turnover. Or actually, I'll have to double check the rule on that. It's been a while since I read that rule, so we'll put it in as a turnover. Come to think of it, I think I forgot to pull out the phone, so please send the text, and I'll check the phone in the next time out, or probably here at halftime, which is about 55 seconds away. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Cadets. Still working down low, turning around, maybe got away with the travel, and the offensive rebound won't go. Van Wetschel will come up with the ball, and the Jaguars will come back the other way. Quickly up court, it's Vanderwall working it down low. That's Brady Richmond. The shot is blocked by Logan Wyam. 28 seconds to go. The shot clock is off. Wyam, and he will get fouled. And this might be a trip to the free throw line. We'll see. Vanderwall picks up his second. Team foul number 5 in the first trip of the afternoon, I should say. Nice job there by Logan Wyam. Buries that one, makes it look simple. Cameron Guzewski, number 4. He's a 5'10 senior. He checks into the lineup, as well as Wrigley Elston returning to action. Second free throw's up and in. Wyam 2 for 2. 36-16. The basketball now is Leighton Stroman, a 6-foot freshman. Stroman will get it back from Van Wetschel. 10 seconds to go here before halftime. Into the corner. Gets the defender caught up in the air. Puts up the 3. That was John Reichel. I think that was Reichel. And the shot down at the other end is a little bit low, and that'll bring us to halftime with your score. Northern Cass 36 and the Sargent Central Cadets 16. We'll add up some numbers, come back with a halftime show here in a little bit on the ND Sports Channel. This is the Boys Basketball Bonanza from the NDSCS Blickery Activities Center in Wahpeton on the ND Sports Channel. Be right back. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed. Or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. The ND Sports Channel is proud to give you access to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast. Just go to our website at ndsportschannel.com, click on ND Softball All-Stars, and you can have unlimited 24-hour access to each and every episode, past and present. The same episodes are also on our YouTube channel. Just click on playlists and look for ND Softball All-Stars, and click play on the episode of your choice, or watch them all from first to last, or shuffle the playlist to play each episode randomly. Help support and build the ND Softball All-Stars program. Send donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109. For more on ND Softball All-Stars, visit their website, ndsoftballallstars.com. The Class B podcast, presented by the North Dakota Basketball Hub, brings you student athletes and coaches interviews, Class B rankings talk, game analysis, and more. Check out the website at www.northdakotabasketballhub.com for all the latest and greatest Class B content. Make sure to follow ND Basketball Hub on Facebook and Twitter. Just search at ND Basketball Hub. That's at ND Basketball Hub, and get the latest updates on our podcast schedule and more. Listen to every episode on demand at ndsportschannel.com, as well as on our YouTube channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Quality Home Restorations is Fargo Moorhead's go-to place for quality home remodel and repair services. Quality Home Restorations offers free estimates on all your home remodel and repair projects like drywall, laminate flooring, roofing, and much more. Check out the great photos of past projects completed by Quality Home Restorations on their Facebook page. Just search Quality Home Restorations. When it comes to your home being restored, count on Quality Home Restorations. Call Mike today at 400-1751. That's 400-1751 to set up an appointment for a free estimate. Quality Home Restorations in Fargo. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search at ND Scores to get the same scores on your mobile device every night. In our first year on the air, the ND Sports Channel brought you 282 games, and 247 of those games were exclusive broadcasts of the ND Sports Channel. That's 247 games that would have had zero broadcast coverage had it not been for our sponsors supporting high school sports on the ND Sports Channel. If you are interested in joining our varsity sponsor team, please contact us by email or by phone. Our email is ndsportschannel@gmail.com, and our phone number is 404-9072. With your support, we can do even more high school sports in the future. Plus, you'll be putting your products and business in front of an average of 222 viewers and listeners per game. Let's team up. The ND Sports Channel is a proud supporter and broadcast partner with North Dakota Softball All-Stars. The games and skills competition for the 3rd annual Shields ND Softball All-Stars Series are scheduled for June 3rd and 4th, 2019, and it'll all be live on the ND Sports Channel. Let's team up and help ND Softball All-Stars make the program the best it can be for the final high school softball game for the top seniors in the state of North Dakota. Send your donations to ND Softball All-Stars, P.O. Box 6544, Fargo, North Dakota 58109, or you can also donate on the ND Softball All-Stars Facebook page. For more information on ND Softball All-Stars, check out the website, ndsoftballallstars.com. Let's team up to support a great program for a great sport in the great state of North Dakota. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed, or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. All right, welcome back. We're at halftime, and it's 36-16 in favor of the Northern Cass Jaguars. Here is the, I don't know how you want to word it, but well, let's say the cool thing is if you take the first quarter out of this game, we're tied at 9-9. Both teams scored 9 in that second quarter. It was 27-7. In favor of the Jaguars. At the end of one, both teams scored 9 in the second to bring us to our halftime score of 36-19. Sargent Central is led by Logan Wyam with 9 points, and he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Dylan Schreiner has 3 and 2 apiece for Tyler Willick and Austin Wilprek. No attempts from the free throw line in that first quarter, 2 for 2 in the second quarter, and a total of 9 turnovers for the Cadets in that first half of play. So we'll hear the buzzer here in a little bit. That'll bring us to the third quarter of play. Jaguars had them down for 5 turnovers in that first half. They are led right now by Jace Crockett with 12 points. And let's see here, John Reichel has 6, Brock Carpenter with 2, Brady Richmond with 6, Wrigley Elston with 2, Kobe Vanderwall with 2, and Connor Jensen with 6. couple jersey number corrections. Brendan Van Wetschel is wearing jersey 31. Carter Danielson is wearing jersey number 33. So we got that figured out at the halftime break there. Still no score yet here in the third quarter of play. Jaguars moving from left to right in a travel. Turnover number 6 of the game here for the Jaguars. Once again, the Sargent Central Cadets took the lead at 4-3. Northern Cass took the lead back at 5-4. They haven't given up the lead since then. Matter of fact, they would cruise in that first quarter, and that's pretty much set the tone for this one here, as some of the underclassmen and have gotten some playing time. Austin Williprek gets the bucket. Should say 36-18 there, and not 17, as Crockett pulls down the defensive board. Crockett with 12 points right now. And he has the ball over on the far wing. Cross-court pass near corner. Catch and shoot three is on its way. Off the back iron, won't go. Elston, probably a smart move there to give up that rebound. Otherwise, it would have been an over and back foul. And loose ball end up in the hands of Dylan Schreiner. Schreiner works it near wing for Wilprek. Wilprek directing traffic, wants a screen. Now he drives down to the baseline. A little spin move, kind of just tosses it up there unsuccessfully, and coming back the other way now is Connor Jensen. Jensen will get to the baseline for Brady Richmond. Nice pass down low for Wrigley Elston. He can't get the bucket, but he will draw the foul. Jaguars have doubled up on the Cadets. They lead by 18 right now, 36-18. So the foul is on Jaden Hayek, his first, team's first of the second half. Free throw too strong at the back iron there for Wrigley Elston. No attempts in the first quarter, and 3 of 4 in the second quarter. Make them 75% in the first half of play, and Elston will put in the second free throw attempt to make it 37-18. With the ball right now is Willick. Willick will hand it off there to Wilprek. Widdick is what I meant to say, I'm sorry. Widdick, I looked at the T's and I thought I saw L's there for a moment. 5:57 to go. That is a three. His foot was just on the outside of the line, but the rebound comes down to Connor Jensen. Up court now, turning around with the ball is John Reichel. Feeds it inside. Crockett just inside the free throw line. Puts it up and in. Crockett with 14 now. Coming up next, Hankinson Pirates will take on the Lisbon Broncos, set for a 1:30 p.m. tip, or approximately 15 minutes after the conclusion of this game. I want to thank those reaching out on our Facebook page, and hope you got our return message. I did respond to that during the halftime break there, and I apologize we didn't get to you sooner. Turnover for Northern Cass, quick pass down below, and that shot will not go in. And another turnover here for Northern Cass. So back-to-back turnovers with that traveling call. 39-18 will stop the clock with 5:11 to go. Inbounds pass to Schreiner. Schreiner, I can't see who that is, but he gets into the hands of Widdick. Widdick now near side for Wilprek. Wilprek up top. That is Hayek. Now driving into the lane was Schreiner. Hayek will get the offensive board, and then a whistle and a foul will stop the clock with 4:50 to go. And that'll be the first team foul of the second half for the Jaguars. They had 5 in the first half. It's the first on Connor Jensen. Inbounds pass, and a couple passes later, swatted away by Connor Jensen. Vanderwall picks up the loose ball. And a couple passes later, still in the backcourt, Jace Crockett will bring it up and over the timeline with 4:36 and counting to go here in the third quarter of play. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, including Quality Home Restorations and Game Time, for making these broadcasts possible. As Kobe Vanderwall will give the Jags up to the 41-point mark. He has 4 now. Quality Home Restoration's Game Time, Fargo South Booster Club, and the North Fargo Softball Booster Club, all making contributions, plus some viewers making donations. We certainly appreciate that. We don't want to forget about that. If you are able to make a donation, small or big, there was a big bucket for the Cadets. 41-20 now, and that was Logan Wyam with the bucket. He's down the double-digit club with 11. As I was mentioning a little bit ago, if you want to make a donation, big or small, right on the homepage at ndsportschannel.com is a green button that says donate. You click on that, and you can get a mailing address to send a check, or you can even donate immediately online. Simple and quick is what I meant to say, with any of the major credit or bank debit cards. And that is a secure website, so you don't have to worry about any of your information being stolen or anything like that. And you will get an email receipt within 24 hours of your donation, so you can keep that receipt and put it into your record. So we'd certainly appreciate any gift that you would have for us. Baseline jumper won't go. Rebound comes down to the hands of Connor Jensen. Jensen up court quickly here into the hands of Jace Crockett. Crockett drives into the lane, and he'll float it in. 43-20, actually. It should say 20, not 19 there for the Cadets. Baseline, that's Wittick. Wittick will give it up there for Hayek. Hayek up top. Now the three is on its way, and that's a little bit off the mark there for Logan Wyam. Loose ball, and it will roll out of bounds. Last touch by the Cadets. It'll stay with Northern Cass. Corner three is up, and off the front iron won't go. .245 to go here, third quarter of play. Wyam with the basketball, being guarded there by, that is, can't see the jersey number, who he was, but that three is up from Schreiner, and that's his second triple of the game. Pulls the Cadets within 20, 43-23. Crockett looked like he wanted to maybe think about putting up that really long three. Probably a good idea. He didn't, but then again, it probably wouldn't have hurt them either. But they'll work it down into the low post. I think that's Vanderwall. He was covered up there, and it was Vanderwall as he was covered up by Hayek, and I couldn't quite see who was behind Hayek, but timeout on the floor. 43-23, 2:10 to go here in the third quarter of play. This is the NDSCS Boys Basketball Bonanza from the Blickery Activity Center in Wahpeton. Boys high school basketball on the ND Sports Channel, back in 30 seconds.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
All right, welcome back. 2:07 and counting to go here in the third quarter of play. Jaguars lead by 20, 43-23, and a steal there by Wrigley Elston. And Elston will take it all the way back and put it in. Elston has 5 points now. 13 turnovers for the Sargent Central Cadets. I have the Jaguars down for 9 right now, according to my numbers. There's another turnover for the Cadets. Ball goes into the hands there of Jensen. Jensen feeds it down low for another player I do not have in my roster, number 44. 44 gets an unofficial 2 points assigned to him, and we'll find out who that is. Elston at the free throw line. In and out won't go. Rebound pulled down by the Cadets. Once again, if you can help out with any player identifications, you can text us on our station cell phone, 404-9072. Right now we're looking for who number 44 is for Northern Cass, because it is not listed on the Basketball Bonanza roster I got at the front door here, and it was not on my original roster that I had. So just under a minute to go here in the third quarter of play, 55 seconds and counting to be exact. Working into the mid-post now, back up top, over far side, back up top for Hayek. Hayek will get into the hands of Johnson, I believe is how you say it. And the three is up from YM. Now it's in and out. Rebound pulled down there by Connor Jensen. Quickly back the other way. That's Brady Richmond laying it in off the glass. Richmond with 8 points now, 49-23. I forgot to add the earlier bucket there. Or if maybe I touched it and it didn't add it. That's been known to happen as well. Shot clock off, 15 seconds to go. Not exactly sure what happened there. I think, oh, okay, that's what happened. Cadets stepped out of bounds, so that gives the ball back to the Jaguars. 10 seconds to go here, third quarter of play. Crockett will put up the three, in and out, and a rebound underneath by Elston, but he lost it as it went behind his back, and that'll cause the buzzer to sound. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, it's the Jaguars 49 and the Sargent Central Cadets 23. This is high school basketball on the ND Sports Channel. I'll be right back. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search @NDScores and get the same scores on your mobile device every night. All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here. Got to add up the numbers here for Sargent Central. Let's do that really quick here. Jaguars outscored the Cadets 13-7 in that third quarter of play. Right now, Logan Wyam leads the way for the Cadets with 11 points, and leading the way for the Jaguars is Jace Crockett with 16. Logan Wyam now has 14. I missed it. I had to wait for the PA announcer. Connor Jensen down low. He will draw the foul. Nearly got the bucket, too, but the bucket did not go in, fortunately for the Cadets, that is. And 49-26 here, 7:29 to go, fourth quarter of play. This will be the, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, the fourth trip to the line for Northern Cass in this basketball game. Connor Jensen with that free throw now has 7 on the I want to say on the night, but he now has 8, and on the afternoon, we'll put it that way here. 7:24 and counting now. That is Logan Wyam with the basketball, and throwing it up and not dropping down couldn't quite see. It was Gage Swanson, a 5'10 junior. Jaguars pick up the third team. The personal goes on Wrigley Elston. That's his second. Should be 51-26. There you go. I want to say thank you very much. So Tristan Johnson is wearing number 44 for the Jaguars. And he has 2 points on the night so far. That free throw was up and in. (51-27). And 33 is Carter Danielson. So yes, thank you so much for that information. Certainly appreciate that. It'll help us out here in the final 7 minutes of the basketball game. And that shot's up and in. I believe that was Jensen. Yep, it sure was. Jensen gets the deuce, 53-27. 1 minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Schreiner on the near wing will give it up there for Ku Johnson, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't think I am, and I apologize. That's Gavin Christensen, number 32, into the lineup here for the Cadets. He has the ball. He'll work it out near side for Wyam. Wyam feeds it back in for Christensen. The ball is poked away and taken away by the Jaguars. 53-27, 6.5 to go here. Check that, Crockett. And Crockett will send it in for 18. Two more, or check that, should say 55. And that shot's up and in. Logan Wyam gets two more, and he's cruising here. He has the majority of the points for the Cadets right now. 18 of the team's 29 to be exact. Christensen will get the bucket. Gavin Christensen with his first points of the game, and that makes it 55-31 with 5:55 and counting to go. Two substitutions on the horizon here for the Cadets at the next break in action. Free from Brady Richmond, and that three puts Richmond into the double-digit club with 11, and the team has 58. 58-31, nice pass down low there, and that'll be taken away by the Jaguars. Outlet pass to Crockett will bring it over the timeline. Crockett into the corner, catch and shoot three is on its way. A little strong out of the hands of Richmond, and underneath Tristan Johnson will pick it up. And I believe there was a foul, but I missed it. I didn't see who it was on. Connor Jensen, that will be his second. Team foul number 4. Inbounds pass will come into Fletcher Wilpreck. Fletcher is a 5'3" 8th grader for the Cadets. Into the hands of Whittick now. Whittick up top, picks up his dribble, fires it over to the far wing. Can't quite see who that is, but he'll work it down low. And that was, let's see here. I think it was Hayek. Yep, it was Hayek. Now Crockett with a high post jumper. Off the front iron, won't go. Offensive rebound by Jensen. He follows that up with a bucket. With the Jaguars at 60. He's at 12 now, Connor Jensen is. Second leading scorer right behind Jace Crockett with 18. 4:49, timeout on the floor, 60-31. 4:49 to go in the fourth. This is the Class B Boys Basketball Bonanza from the Blick Reactivity Center at the NDSCS Blick Reactivity Center on the ND Sports Channel. Back in a moment here on the ND Sports Channel.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Didn't mean to hit that black button there, but we are back now with 4:40 and counting to go here in the fourth quarter of play. 60-31, shot is up, won't go. Rebound will come down into the hands of Colby Vanderwall. Vanderwall, the 6-foot sophomore, will give it up to Crockett in the backcourt. Crockett will cross the timeline slowly here with 4:24 and counting to go in the fourth quarter of play. Jaguars lead the Cadets 60-31. Crockett taking his time. He'll get a screen from Reichel. Crockett will fire it over to Reichel for the three, and it's in! Reichel has only scored threes today. He has 9. He got the first 2 back in the first quarter. That's another turnover here for the Cadets. I think that's Crockett who picked it up, and Crockett picked it up and put it in. That bucket gives Crockett 20 on the afternoon, 65-31. Once again, if I say the score doesn't match up with what's on your screen, then what I say is correct. Back to action now. Wittick with the basketball. Puts it onto the near wing here for Wyam. Wyam fires it over to the far side. I believe that's Schreiner, but I can't see the fronts, the jersey numbers on the front of the jerseys until they turn around. Picking it up, there's Connor Jensen. And Jensen went up for, well, we'll just say it was a missed attempt. We'll put it that way. 65-31, 2:57 to go. I'll give him an A for effort there, but he couldn't quite put it down. Wittick, and now 2 passes later off the baseline, floating in is Logan Wyam with 2 more. 65-33. 2:35 and counting, and once again, Crockett slowly brings it up over the timeline, feeds it into the hands there of Tristan Johnson, and Johnson will actually get called for the travel. Thought for a moment there that he got fouled, but it'll be a traveling call, and that is turnover number 10 for the Northern Cass Jaguars in this game. They had 5 of those in the first half, and now they have 5 in the second half. We'll see if they can keep it that way here. With 2:13 to go at the next break in action, we're going to have 5 in, 5 out for the Jaguars. 5 Jaguars line up at the midcourt stripe in front of the scorer's table, waiting for the next whistle to sound. Schreiner, deep 3 is up and in. Schreiner has 9 points, all of them from behind the arc, and that will stop the clock with 1:50, and our subs for Northern Cass will come in after the timeout on the floor. At least it appears that we have a timeout on the floor. Looks like the only one who wants to discuss things in that timeout would be Sargent Central, and I think what the situation was is let's take a look at some of the jersey numbers there. Yeah, it looks like Sargent Central just took a few extra moments to sub in 5 of their own players too. So we basically, in theory, have 10 new players on the floor. We've probably seen about 6 of them during the course of the game. So we'll get familiar with who's out there right now and do our best to identify the players accurately. Right now at the basketball, that's Leighton Stroman. He did play back in the second quarter. Now Cameron Grzuski has the basketball. Back over to Stroman. Stroman feeds it in for Van Wetschel to Grzuski. Now they'll push it into the corner here for Brock Carpenter. Carpenter's inlet pass to the low block was taken away, and now a foul, and I believe that's Carter Danielson, number 33, and that was, and I think he's the one who got the foul called on him, and he was. That'll be his first. Team foul number 5. No, check that. Team foul number 6, excuse me. So one more, and the Cadets will be in a 1-on-1 bonus, but there's only a minute to go. Matter of fact, 59 seconds as of right now, and counting. 65-36, it's a 29-point lead, and looks like they will put the running clock into effect, even though it's only at 29 points. As the clock continues to tick. So if an injury timeout or a free throw occurs in the next 35 seconds, the clock will stop, but otherwise it'll continue to tick until this game is over. Coming up next, Hankinson Pirates and the Lisbon Broncos, and a travel. So 5 turnovers in the first half. Now they have 6 in the second half for a total of 11. With the basketball now is Jalen Fullen-Ross, a 5'3" 8th grader. And after I said all that, I'm sure the ball got passed around a couple times. And another turnover here for the Cadets. Picking it up is Leighton Strawman. And that will bring us to the end. Your final score, 65-36 in favor of the Jaguars. We'll add up some numbers and come back with a post-game show here in approximately 90 seconds on the ND Sports Channel. Watch all the games on the ND Sports Channel on your home television screen. If your smart TV, Blu-ray, Xbox, PlayStation, 4K, or DVD player has access to the YouTube app, you can watch the ND Sports Channel on your big screen TV right at home, both live games and replays. Simply click on the YouTube app on your smart TV, and with the remote, move over to the search button, type in or highlight ND Sports Channel, and then select the live feed, or you can browse the game library and watch a previous game on demand anytime you would like. We invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/ND Sports Channel. You can also watch live games and replays of games on your mobile device using the YouTube app, which can be downloaded from your mobile device's app store if it's not already on your device. Thanks for watching the ND Sports Channel. It's ND Sports Online. NorthDakotaScores.net is your top source for statewide scores for both boys and girls high school sporting events in the state of North Dakota. Football, soccer, basketball, hockey, wrestling, baseball, volleyball, softball. Get all the scores every game, every night, every single sports season of the school year. You can count on NorthDakotaScores.net year after year to provide over 99% of the results for high school sporting events in North Dakota, all reported from trusted and reliable sources. Follow North Dakota Scores on Twitter. Search @ND Scores to get the same scores on your mobile device every night. All right, welcome back. Post-game show here as the Jaguars take care of the Cadets in game one of our triple header from the Blickry Activity Center here at the North Dakota State College of Science in Wahpeton. It was 27-7 in favor of the Jaguars at the end of the first quarter. You take that first quarter away, and we would have been tied at 9-9 at halftime as both teams scored 9 in that second quarter to bring us to our actual halftime score of 36-16. Jaguars outscore the Cadets 13-7 in the third quarter to bring us to 49-23, and they outscore them 16-13 in the fourth to bring us to our final of 65-36. We're about 23 minutes away from the start of our second game here between Hankinson and Lisbon. I thought it was 15 minutes, but they have 23-27 on the clock right now, so we'll go with 23 minutes. So, before we get to individual scoring, we'll go over the team numbers here. Sargent Central, 9 turnovers in the first half, game total of 21. Sargent Central had the lead at 4-3. Jaguars took the lead at 5-3 and never gave it up after that. Cadets, no attempts in the first quarter, 2 of 2 in the second, none in the third, 1 of 1 in the fourth for a total of 3 of 3 or 100% from the free throw line in the game. For the Northern Cast Jaguars, 5 turnovers in the first for a game total of 11. No attempts from the free throw line in the first. They were 3 of 4 in the second, 1 of 2 in the third, making them 4 of 6 through 3 quarters of play, and then 2 of 2 in the fourth, making them 6 of 8. And for some reason, I can't do the mental math on that one. I have 6 of 8 all the time. It's 75%, of course. I should have known that from the free throw line for the Jaguars. Individual scoring for the Cadets. Logan Wyam led the way with 19, followed by Dylan Schreiner with 9, all 9 of those from behind the three-point arc. Tyler Wittick with 2, Austin Wilprecht with 4, and Gavin Christensen with 2. Logan Wyam hit a total of 2 3-pointers and won a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line in the game for the Cadets. Individual scoring for Northern Cass. They were led by Jace Crockett with 20, followed by Connor Jensen with 12, followed right behind him with 11 for Brady Richmond, and then 9 for John Reichel, 5 for Wrigley Elson, 4 for Colby Vanderwall, and 2 for Brock Carpenter and Tristan Jensen. And that wraps up your individual scoring for the Northern Cass Jaguars. So once again, your final in game one, 65-36 in favor of the Northern Cass Jaguars over the Sargent Central Cadets. That will improve the Jaguars to 8-11 on the year, and the Cadets will fall to 1-18 on the year. We'll take a short timeout. We will go offline. We'll get things set for the second game, then we'll come back online, and that will approximately take about 5 to 7 minutes. So If it says we're offline, don't worry, we will be back. In my experience, you do not have to refresh anything. When we go back online, I'll start playing again, but if you do have issues, I recommend just hitting refresh on your browser, or if you're watching on your smart TV via the YouTube app, you can, I believe it's just going to hit play. It'll just start playing again. I'm pretty sure because I've done it. I've done all these tests at home, and that's how it's worked out. So that's what I know. So once again, we'll go off air for about 5-7 minutes, and then we'll come back on with our second game, which will feature the Hankinson Pirates warming up right now on the right-hand side of the court, and the Lisbon Broncos warming up over here on the other side of the court. We'll be back with that game in about 10 minutes or less. I guarantee you, 10 minutes or less. We'll be back. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back soon here.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the ND Sports Channel. Did you miss any of the game? Check out Game Rewind on our website at ndsportschannel.com.